Chapter 9, verse 3. None other than the Lord your God is crossing at your head, a devouring fire. Pay attention, Israel, you are about to invade nations with greater numbers, bigger cocks, and wider shoulders. But don't worry, you have the God fire. Devour your enemies, if your Lord God will, your Lord God, will destroy them. Not because the chosen race is virtuous, more on account everyone else is most wicked. And God don't like wickedness, and I will kill everyone not in the bloody fire and thunder death cult, nation after nation, because I like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, don't think you deserve my devotion, you stiff-necked, defiant people. Remember and never forget that I was going to kill you and and I went into the mountain with no water or bread, and only wine and a side of beef, 20 egg-laying chickens, 3 slave boys. And the Lord made tablets, and the Lord said, Look, they already made an idol, and worship it instead of the holy bloody altar which don't count as an idol on account we always have lots of burning fat. So go down, Moses, the stiff-necked people forgot who took them out of Egypt. I will destroy them all, and blot Israel out of existence. And I saw the Lord was right to be pissed, and I smashed the holy tablets and made some new ones and did another 40 days on the mountain. And I pleaded with the Lord, and I saved Aaron from his wrath. I burnt the gold calf and made it into powder and threw it in the river. Last time I said drinking water, maybe I meant the same thing. And some of you did a battle I told you not to do and died. The second 40 days I was prostrate to the Lord. Don't kill them. They know not what the fuck Egypt was, and you remember, and you said to Abe, Isaac, and Jacob, you'd make their descendants cover the universe. So if you kill them all, then other people would say, Look, the mighty Lord God of the Israelites took them out to the wilderness and let them all die. God is weird. God is the greatest, and Israel will rule the universe. There can only be one chosen royal family. Again, let us imagine the wilderness is everywhere but earth. And here on earth, up until the last 500 million years, wasn't anything more than wilderness. And let us say not Egypt, for they have had enough heat from this silly book. Let us say out of the bondage of ignorance, and set us on the path to become the gods. And should we take the opportunity to embrace the tree of knowledge and also the tree of life, the few 100 million years of evolving consciousness after a few billion of not being is but a small price to pay to have all of the heavens open up to us once again. Maybe we will have to share some of it with other gods, but they too will be us when they and we have become what we will become. Now, this concept isn't new. The concept is that once we become conscious, we are actually part of the universe being conscious of the universe. So it's like self-awareness in a small spot. But because the universe is so similar everywhere, it's probably more significant than we like to imagine, or we forget to imagine. And we quite often see very shortly into the future, but don't really see the big picture as something that could be really grand. We see, well, we've got problems with paying rent next month because this and that, and we got other problems in buying a new pair of shoes because the exports and imports and prices and taxes and all these problems we have, and then somebody's got a fight over there and a fight over there, so we never really stop to see the big picture. But it is a very significant thing that we are becoming conscious, and it is, and we are not developing, we are not evolving in an even path anymore, ever. Evolution is accelerating at a ×2 factor. It took 8 billion years before we even had a planet, and then another 4 billion years before there was anything more than single-celled life, and even that took a long time. And then the last 600 million years has gone skyrocketing. In just the last, I don't know, maybe a million, we've been working in on consciousness and self-consciousness and reflective consciousness. It's going to take off. And we got to get on it. And we got to stop worrying about silly little rituals, because the gods will be doing other things. And if we don't get with it, we'll be left behind by the crows or something. Does that make any sense?